Hello, Aries. This is going to be a general reading for the month of July 2026. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's also going to be followed by an oracle card for final advice. Perfect. Ooh, immediately what popped out is the Two of Wands. General energy for you, Aries, for the month of July. Six of Wands, Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords, Two of Swords in reverse, the Chariot, King of Swords. Ooh. Eight of Wands, the Magician. Show me, Aries. Okay, the Fool and the Strength card. Perfect. And then bottom of the deck, subconscious energies, is the Hanged Man. Okay, Aries, let's get into it for your month of July. The general energy is going to be the Two of Wands. So you definitely have an idea. There's definitely something that you are wanting to get going on. There's definitely something that you're passionate about that's sparking. Something that you are trying to achieve, something that you've been wanting as a goal for a while. And it's something that you've been really trying to put into place. Perfect. Two of Wands is always a really good general energy to have because it just kind of initiates that kind of go ahead in the tarot. It is great when it comes to great sparks, as well as when it comes to just creativity, imagination, all that kind of stuff. So that is a great thing for the Aries with your fire energy. So for the top, you're going to have the Six of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. So there's definitely something going on that's emotional, as well as something that's going on that's very, very mentally trapping. But ultimately, there's something that's going on that you're just trying to proceed with as you go. You're just trying to take it as it comes. You're trying not to let everything with the Eight of Swords get in your way. It is kind of an indicator of a prison of your own design, especially when it's tied to emotions. But you're doing good. You're taking it in your stride, and you're remaining as emotionally driven when it comes to all of your endeavors because you're trying to keep focused on how to go forward. When it comes to the general energy of the middle of July, it's going to be the Two of Swords in reverse, the Chariot, and the King of Swords. These guys are... It's almost like a decision was made for you, or you felt almost propelled into choosing something. Like you were going at your own pace, you were taking your time, you were contemplating on how to go forward passionately as well as emotionally. You are doing a good job. You are trying to remain mentally stable, mentally in your own, all of that. But then ultimately, with that quick decision, suddenly everything that you've been planning goes forward. Everything that you've been creating, it starts anew as well. So once it gets more into August with the Strength card, because this is going to be big Leo energy as well, which is the month of August. For a lot of you, it's going to be kind of that transition July into Leo season, which is the end of July, the 22nd to the 23rd, I believe, 22nd. But with that, it's definitely going to be the start of something new. It's definitely going to be fast moving energy with everything you've created. It's almost just like, oh, what was I waiting for? It's almost like, oh, I was in my own way the whole time. You come to this kind of realization with the Two of Wands, that because you've been just laying dormant for a while. You've been just kind of taking things as they come, taking opportunities as they come to you, but not really seeking opportunities, just kind of in that observation mode, that planning mode. You feel good about things, but ultimately you're still standing in your own way. Your passions, there's this creative block, I feel, but your heart's in it. You know you're going to be successful as well as you're confident in it, but there's still just that insecurity that lays on top of the surface that somewhat restricts you in a lot of ways mentally. But from the transitional period of June into July, with the main energy of the biggest portion of July, again, something's going to be made for you. You already have a crossroad, but you're going to be feeling a little bit trapped. Almost like all these ideas, all these plans, all these things that I was having opening up, it's almost like with the Two of Swords, you feel mentally shut and going and taking things as they come and remaining as mature in your demeanor as possible, as emotionally portrayed as someone who's just okay, who is going to be triumphant no matter what, which you are, and you're displaying that. It's almost like you are determined in this kind of energy that you're kind of forced into with your own insecurities, your own blocks, but your readiness, your emotional stability, all of that, and your desires. Once you kind of get to that place of, okay, this is the only way I have to go now. This is what I want to do. This is how I get there. I just got to do it. And I just have to remain calm and act like I know what I'm doing, even if I don't, which you will no matter what. It'll come to you. But then ultimately, once you get into that mindset, once you go forward, even if it's difficult, even if there's a struggle, it will lead you to the better portions, which they'll be really, really, with the Eight of Wands, fast-paced movement from the end of July into August with the Strength card. This is when you really start creating. This is when you're more set. This is when doors really start opening up a bit more for you. You kind of get into that, this is where I'm going to go. This is what I'm set on. This is what I'm going to put my energy towards. I'm ready. So then once you do that, you start creating. And with the Fool is the first, it is card 0, but is considered the first card of the deck. When it comes to the major arcana, it symbolizes new beginnings as well as endings. It's a cycle as well as naivety, but the Fool's journey is basically the start of the major arcana, where you go through the cycle of life, as well as, sorry, my alarm, as well as the cycle of just lessons, journeys, all that kind of thing. It's a big portion of everybody's story through the Fool's journey. So with this, once you get finally into the last portion and into August, this is kind of that confirmation card that you'll have that stability, that more self-assured, I can do this. I know where I'm going. All it took was that grit, that mindset, and all of that, and to get out of my own way with the Eight of Swords. And then right then and there, once you kind of set yourself in that place, you're done with that spark and you're able to go. I feel like this is a big indicator that when it comes to you, Aries, that the month of August is going to be something where you really shine. And the month of July is going to be that kind of before period where you really build up, get to know yourself, get to know what you want to do, let things come to you, as well as go out, achieve things that you've been wanting to do for a while, but you've been holding yourself back on. And then that will really, really lead you to more of that creative, to more of that passion, to more of that calm sense of self where you're just certain of what you want to do and where you need to go. But everyone needs to go through that Two of Wands phase as well, where they just have an idea, they plan, and then you go forward, and ultimately something creates, something happens. Triumph, sense of self, strength. Let's clarify the Two of Wands for general. Yep, Five of Wands. There's definitely going to be, when it comes to your passions, your sense of self, of course, when it comes to this, your biggest lesson with the Five of Wands is to get out of your own way. There is going to be some struggles. There is going to be some defensiveness when it comes to either creative blocks, your love, your romance, anything passionate to do with your sense of self, your emotions, all of that. It's mostly going to be getting past that Five of Wands. It's that kind of surrender instead of the defense. That's what to look out for. Give me a clarifier for the Six of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Eight of Swords, please, for Aries. Ooh. Seven of Cups, the Tower. Ooh. Got that one from the one. Okay, I thought three fell out. Okay, Seven of Cups and the Tower for the clarify. Yeah, so the Tower, a lot of people see that as a bad card. It's not. It's Mars energy. That's your energy. Very fiery, all of that. The Tower indicates a sudden shift. So that really is that go ahead, that kind of overcoming and settling of your own emotions, anything that's been getting in your own way, and getting to more of that emotional Ace of Cups. So it's basically, with the Seven of Cups, it's basically all these choices. It's all of these things that are illusions, that are emotional, that are, you know, hindering you or anything, because you do have a lot of choices to make. You do have a lot that you need to set your stance and your ground on. The Tower's there to kind of put you into that Two of Swords, Chariot, and King of Swords energy. It's going to be that kind of halt that you need to get out of your own way and propel you more into the Chariot energy. With that, once you finally get that stability, that sense of self, that mental assurance within yourself, around your passions, around your romance, around whatever it is, however it resonates, once you get into that mindset, you'll finally be just like, okay, why not? Go, go, go. And that's when you'll be able to open up the Fool. But you have to allow it. You have to go for it, and you have to listen to the signs that are following. You have to really channel that Five of Wands energy as well, and realize when it pops up, as well as how to proceed with it, whatever feels right for you. Clarify for Aries when it comes to the Two of Swords in reverse. Because you feel like you don't have options in July, but you really do. It's almost like this, you know, coming to this more grounded, this more, Five of Swords. Ooh, wow. let's get into it then. 5 of Swords popped out. So 5 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. So there's definitely going to be more settling, more harmony, but it's almost like this forcing relax that you're trying to feel. You're trying to really lean into that comfort around you and enjoy what's around you, as well as work towards what you love, what's there, as well as take that time. You don't want to come at it from a sense of abandonment. You don't want choices to be made for you in that way. But ultimately, you're leaving that kind of mentality and you're going towards something else. There's this contemplation, this almost surrender, this almost, you want this harmony and you want this nurture, but it's almost like this battle where there's just so much going on and you're trying to deal with this equal, this balance, this love and nurturing childlike energy that's going on, but at the same time you're trying to take care of yourself and enjoy that 4 of Wands energy. But there's definitely stuff that you have to leave behind and move more towards. But there's definitely a lot of contemplation that's going on with you. Ultimately, it's just settling into your own positive energy and what you feel comfortable with. It will be a little bit difficult, but once you get through it, the difficult portions, it will feel so much better. Things will move forward so much faster. Okay, give me Aries for the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ooh. 2 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, things are moving fast. Things are moving steady, but at the same time, it's like you know how to have a handle on things. There's a partnership here. There's emotions as well as there's holding on so tightly to what's around you and working hard, but still this kind of sense of, I've got this. It's going to be okay, because you have that other energy that's helping you work towards your physical. There's almost like there's this energy that's around you that's helping guide you through all of the hurt and uncertainty. Because it's like you're having this internal mental like battle with yourself about your passions, about your wants, your needs, as well as your environment. And it's all up in the air right now. That kind of thing. But you've got to hold on it. It's almost like you have to get past those thoughts of doubt in your head. Because it'll be okay. Yes, because things are moving fast, but it is for the better good. You know, it's because it might seem overwhelming, but you have the support, you have the grasp on it to make sure that you get through this as stable as possible so you can enter into your strength. Let's clarify the strength. The World card. Yep. Definitely transitions, definitely changed, definitely things that needed to happen as well. It's almost like you're stepping into your power, you're stepping into your energy, and you're realizing, okay, things have been back and forth too much with, I want to do this, I don't want to do this, I want to do this now, I don't, or things getting in your way. It's almost like you're ready to step into your power. After all of this contemplation, it's almost like you're forced to just choose yourself and say, hey, this is where I want to go. And then once you give yourself that permission, you just go full force, full strength. And you're able to step into that 2 of Cups. But Still, there's a balance that needs to be made. You just have to keep that within yourself, of this self-awareness, this self-assuredness, that kind of thing. Okay, let's do an oracle to close for Aries. As final advice for July. This is also the Dark Goddess Oracle deck. It's my favorite. Ooh. A bunch fell out. This one was the first. I don't think I'm going to read all of them. But definitely the first two that came out, well, the first three. I'm not sure how to pronounce this usefully, but definitely Hecate, Crossroads, Ninu Tepo, Power, Ameno Azumi, Movement, Manat, Destiny, Ran, Upheaval, Izanami, Potential, Mengpo, Memory. Yeah, there's a lot that's going on. There's a lot of battle within yourself. There's a lot when it comes to choices, decisions, but staying true to yourself. But ultimately, a lot of movement. Since a lot fell out, and this was the top as well as Hecate. Hecate, Crossroads, she is the dark goddess when it comes to femininity, witchcraft, all of that kind of thing. Choices, the underworld, felines, canines, that kind of thing. She is also the goddess of keys, all of that kind of thing. She's amazing, but I feel like I'm going to just read this one as the final clarifier. Your body is craving expression through movement. Ame no Uzumi is guiding you to listen and find a way to honor it that fills you with joy. Perhaps it's a quiet walk in nature or a session of stretching, or maybe it's time to put on music and dance. Cast aside the notion of exercise as punishment and instead center pleasure. Movement is a beautiful way to connect with your physical body and express gratitude for all that it is capable of. Perfect. Well, if you also wanted to look up any of these other ones that I mentioned, all of that, I highly recommend it, as well as this oracle deck. Perfect. Well, I think that July is going to be something that is very transformative. It's going to be a great time for you to reflect, a great time for you to really put things in motion, for all of this to open up in August. But ultimately, you're going to move forward and it's going to be a really beautiful outcome. There is going to be some fears, there is going to be some struggles in a lot of ways, but anything that comes to you, anything mentally, all of that that's in your own way, you will get through it so you can open up to your strength and close off anything that doesn't serve you with the World card. Well, I hope that this helped, Aries, for your general reading for July 2026. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.